Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I am your host, Chuck Fulkerson. Hope everybody had a great trading day yesterday. It is Thursday. We are rounding out our week. Yesterday, we didn't have a video that came out because I was having computer problems, but I think I got it squared away today. For those of you new to the channel, do me a favor, click that subscribe button down below so that you get the updates as they come available. Today, we're going to be pretty short on the video today because we have a live trading room coming up at 7 a.m. Central. As we'll do this again a little bit more in the live trading room. So I'm going to go fairly high level, and then for those of you that are in the live room, we'll go a little bit deeper on some of the zones. So let's go ahead and get rolling. So the S&P has a strong rally in the overnight. Now we got the strong rally in the overnight, and really there was news that China-U.S. trade talks may heat back up. We have seen this thing pop very, very nicely. And really that pop started yesterday in the afternoon where we started to get a little bit of a run back up. You know, we had a very strong down day yesterday, pretty strong downward move in general. When I look at the daily chart, this looks just like a slowing of momentum kind of pullback. So as I draw this line higher, something tells me we could get a slightly deeper pullback and still keep that upward trend intact, right? Just kind of connecting the bottoms here, and I'm really going to connect those wicks. You know, there's still room for price to come even a bit lower. Now, I will tell you, yesterday as the market was falling, I had a trade set up inside of here, and I was like, yes, here we go, let's do this, and I never got filled because it didn't come close enough, right? But I also didn't suffer any of this move down because I didn't have there was no long position set up in place. Now this is called clean air. There was plenty of room for price to keep falling. It just didn't fall quite deep enough to get into here. So what am I looking at for today? Well, if you're so inclined, you may get a little reversal off of this area up here. This could be an area where we get a reversal. Right in through here. Now, if it's the origin of this strong move down, this occurred at the London Open, so this occurred in the European market open. What I don't love is the basing we're getting in front of it. So what you can do if you are a little bit more conservative is do a confirmation style entry. Coming out of here, it's really up to you and your risk tolerance. If that zone gets a bit wide for you, what I would say is too bad, because even when I go to the 15-minute chart, it's not there's not enough room in here to get short. There's not another level inside of here. So what I would say is probably look to buy a put on the SPY if this is too wide for you at this zone. Now this isn't a very wide zone; it's only 3 points. But I know I've talked to a couple of people lately that are really tight on their risk tolerance. So this one, this is not a very big zone. Even if you give yourself 4 points or 5 and take in this whole upper area, then you're still going to be okay. If it's not, if it doesn't bite you too bad. Next, the NQ. So in the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq actually took it on the chin a bit harder yesterday than the S&P did. Now I've been very, very hesitant to short the Nasdaq because I got a pretty standard rule. You don't spit into the wind, you don't tug on Superman's cape, and you don't short the all-time high. Well, we've come off the all-time high a little bit. And so if you're, it's kind of like Clint Eastwood said, do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? You might want to short it right here. All right, both of those, and by the way, I am not saying that I would do both. You need to figure out which one fits your risk parameters. If you're more conservative, do the confirmation style entry. So that really comes back to your trading plan. Crude oil. So talking about crude oil, and I posted a picture of this yesterday, but I wasn't on to talk about it. You know, we had a little breakout in crude oil where with a very tight stop, right? So stop below here. So small loss in crude. But at the same time, our gold breakdown, look at what that wound up being, right? And when I took the picture, we had moved down to here as the profit yesterday, but that continued to fall all the way until last night. Now, we've gotten a decent little rally in the overnights, but I think that we could have another opportunity to get short right here as we are popping back up. Now, if you don't like that area, you can wait and get short back at the origin of the strong drop. So ideally, and this is the way trading works, right? What you make in gold should more than make up for what you lose in oil. All right, next, bonds and our currency markets. So looking at our bond markets, now these are all levels. I didn't add any new lines since I wasn't able to do the video yesterday. I didn't add any new lines or any new trades. So bonds, I still have everything in play from the week prior. There was nothing new really to add yesterday. So even though we had a decent move in the equity markets, my bond markets didn't really give me anything to add. So I left as be. The Aussie, look at this entry off the Aussie. So we got this entry down here. Prices continue to rally up. So now's a good time to take your stop, move it to break even. So hopefully you're able to catch some of this Aussie move as it's rallied higher. Let me know in the chat below if you did catch the Aussie. In the euro, we have an area up here where we may see a bit of a reversal if price comes into this zone. And then the Canadian. The Canadian dollar, we could get this little area up here today. So, you know, if you're so inclined, keep an eye on this. I'm not in love with the basing that we're getting in front of it. So you might actually want to take this area here a bit higher as a better opportunity than this one here in the middle of this drop. That could just be kind of a speed bump as price is coming down through it. Last, certainly not least, Great British Pound, Japanese Yen. In the Japanese yen position, we had talked about this one, I think, on Monday, that this one had blown through. So we got a nice little reversal out of it. We got one nice little move out of it, move our stop, and then lock in and make a little bit of profit. And then the second time it came in, it blew right through. So I wasn't able to remove the lines yesterday because we'd already traded all the way to the top of it. So that one did work the first time through. Copper really took it on the chin. I mean, it's all of the metals are really taking it on the chin, which, by the way, is a pretty strong overall market weakness piece. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to put an area right here, and really because it's all of this basing before a strong drop for copper. Nat gas, a few levels still exist. And then the Great British Pound had a level set up in here. Unfortunately, price gave us the tease, meaning it almost came in and loved us, and then fell through. So, you know, where's our next level in it? Well, I could get a little bit of a reversal, another reversal trade right here. Or you could look for a breakout, and you could get another breakout below this low right there. So with that being said, I'm going to turn this thing off for the day, but I want to leave you with this. If you want to join the live trading room today, where we're going to execute some of these positions, you know, as they're coming into the area, and then also look at other markets, please go to tradersarmy.com for more details. So until tomorrow, talk to you soon.